For a long time, the One Piece fandom has discussed if we are ever going to get to see a fourth type of devil fruit in the series. There have been many theories and discussions going on about it, but what if the answer wasn't simply a fourth type of a fruit, but instead an evolving one? What if it was really all about an evolving devil fruit? Let's discuss this topic in details today, keeping in mind everything that's been happening in the last 20 chapters in the manga, because there's been a lot of major stuff and major revelations in regards to the devil fruit and some major bits of foreshadowing all along the way. This is after all Oda whom we are talking about, who's not just going to introduce a seemingly important plot point that goes nowhere whatsoever. So hello and welcome to Under by Easy, and today we're going to talk about the evolving devil fruit, Gomu Gomu no Mi's true form. But before that, keep in mind that this video is obviously going to contain spoilers from the manga. You have been warned. Also, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to our channel, since I do weekly anime and manga related content along with a bunch of other stuff. With that being said, let's just jump into it. So let me begin this right from chapter 1017, because I feel like that's the most important point in this entire discussion. From the moment when Hozu revealed that Gomu Gomu no Mi is not an ordinary devil fruit, everything seemingly changed for the series of One Piece. Now granted, in order to understand something like this, we have to understand, or we have to go all the way back to some of the statements which Oda has himself given in the past about how he himself is not a very big fan of a series where the protagonist is having the most important power of the entire world, is something which Oda doesn't really appreciate that much. And the motivation behind him making Luffy a rubber boy is that it's just a very simple thing. Luffy ate a seemingly very normal fruit in a world where all of these devil fruits are insanely OP. Fruits which can grant immortal life, fruit which can ignite fire, fruit which can literally take into darkness. All of these things are really amazing, and when we compare the Gomu Gomu no Mi fruit in front of all of these things, it just fades in comparison. So that's one of the major reasons why Luffy was made a simple kid with just rubber powers. It was because of his own tenacity and his willpower and hard work that Luffy has made such a long way, and Luffy has been able to do so much amazing stuff along with his haki. That is the basic concept of One Piece that we know so far, but it is seemingly going to change. Now granted, this is all a theory stemming from a lot of different foreshadows that we have seen along the way, specifically in this last half of Wano. And here the one hint which I'm going to mostly refer to is the point which Hyogoro made in regards to the Myo. And therefore things just keep coming back to the Gomu Gomu no Mi fruit, especially after seeing what's happening in chapter 1037. Now granted, we still do not know if the Gorosei are actually talking about the Gomu Gomu no Mi right here. It's possible, especially with Zunisha coming into the picture, that they are maybe referring to something else. Oda is just misleading us here. It's possible. I have a couple of different theories in this particular regard, one involving Tama as well. I'm going to make a video upon that very soon, but for now in this specific video I'm just going to focus upon the Gomu Gomu no Mi and why I feel like it's such an important fruit, but at the same time it's not important as well. It depends upon Luffy, and according to this theory, it doesn't undermine the effort, the hard work that Luffy has truly put into the series. So here it goes. My theory is that the Gomu Gomu no Mi is actually Gomu Gomu no Mi, but it is something more as well. It is an unevolved fruit, and its awakening is going to change its form. It is possibly one of the first evolving type of devil fruit, because in its unevolved form, it is a regular paramecia type fruit which just grants normal rubber stretchy powers. But when it evolves, not awakens, but when it evolves into a mythical zoan type. Yes, we know that in the world of One Piece, mythical zoans exist, and there are some very, very special type of devil fruit, including, and this is going to be very important, the devil fruit of Sengoku, that is Hito Hito no Mi model Daibatsu, which is the devil fruit which is an incarnation of the Buddha himself. Now Buddha is going to play a very important part in the overall lore of One Piece, and let me explain that why real quick, and also why it all links back to the Gomu Gomu no Mi fruit as well. So we have already seen the references to how Luffy might eventually be the next form of the Joy Boy, and how he's also potentially a form of the Sun God Nika as well, a character from the Void Century and beyond who was possibly a part of a very important role, or who was possibly playing a very important role, was bringing joy and peace to a lot of different people. And I also believe that, as a matter of fact, even before the Void Century, even before 800 years back, the world was not a united place. Joy Boy or this sun god Nika creature, whoever they might be, I feel like they are the same entity, but they might not be. But regardless, these entities tried to unite the world, and that is also part of the Joy Boy's promise, in order to reunite the Fishman Island with the rest of the world. And somehow something went wrong and Joy Boy was not able to fulfill his promise. And that's when Luffy will come into the picture, and he's going to fulfill the unfinished promise or unrequited promise of the Joy Boy. Now here in this particular theory, it seems like the Gomu Gomu no Mi was actually the original fruit of the Joy Boy, but it is also something very special. It might be one of the very earliest types of devil fruit, including some other devil fruits as well. I feel like towards the very beginning of the One Piece world, there were actually only 5 devil fruits, and from these 5 devil fruits, every other type of fruit eventually evolved. Now these 5 devil fruits might actually be a reference to some of the most important Japanese philosophies involving the 5 Wisdom Kings. Now the Wisdom King is a very interesting concept. It is basically a Buddhist concept, but it has been incorporated in Chinese, Japanese and basically East Asian mythology. Now the Sanskrit word for the Wisdom King is literally Vidyaraj, which basically translates to the Raja of Vidya, and Vidya meaning wisdom, therefore the King of Wisdom. And the Japanese pronunciation for this is the Myo. Now the Myo or the Wisdom King was actually a wrathful deity in the East Asian Buddhist mythology, and in this mythological form there are a couple of different thought processes, but the most famous one include the 5 Wisdom Kings or the Godai Myo. Now these are the 5 Guardian Kings or the 5 Wisdom Kings, and they are 5 different types as well, and one of them is obviously the Myo, which we are referring to, or basically the one which Hyogoro was referring to, the fierce form with fire and everything. Another very interesting form in these 5 Wisdom Kings is actually the Yamantak, which, as the very name suggests, is the destroyer of death, the deity of Vajrayana Buddhism. Now this might be a reference or a link back to the Yami Yami no Mi devil fruit as well, a very special devil fruit in fact, taken in by none other than Marshall D. Teach. So here what I basically believe is that the Gomu Gomu no Mi was actually a part of this original 5 founding devil fruits, which are basically very powerful, but not in their regular state. They had not just a form of awakening, but rather a form of evolution to them, and the Gomu Gomu no Mi fruit is also a part of it. Now this would explain a lot of different things in fact, because when chapter 1017 first came out, obviously a lot of people questioned that what were the Marines doing for such a long time, because they have seen Luffy use this fruit all the way back to the time when he didn't even have a crew. I mean, back then Luffy was not even that powerful, so why did the Navy not capture him if this fruit was so powerful or so important for the world government that they in fact imprisoned Who's Who, a very top ranking CP0 member, for just seemingly failing to protect this fruit, when we have already seen the CP9 gravely failing, but still they have been promoted to the positions of the CP0. So what exactly is going on here? Why did the Navy just slip such a huge chance? The answer might be very simple. The fruit as we know it is actually very simple and not that important, but what is actually important here is its evolved state. Now Gear 2, Gear 3 and Gear 4 actually sort of give us inclinations about something more going on in this particular fruit, and that is the usage of Haki. Now the Haki that we know as of yet is actually a very independent source of power, which doesn't really coincide that much with the devil fruits. Luffy is a different case. He has managed to use his Haki properly with his devil fruit, but the question still remains how and why. We have not seen a lot of the other Haki users use the devil fruit in such a particular matter. The answer is simple, because this devil fruit involves Haki. In its unevolved state, the Gomu Gomu no Mi, as I said before, is just a simple fruit which grants the powers of rubber. But in very specific situations, in very specific conditions, when it is subjected to the Wisdom King, and here Luffy might actually be a form of the Wisdom King, it transforms, it evolves. A very good correlation here might be Enma, because Enma seeks the Supreme King's Haki, the Conqueror's Haki, or rather Advanced Conqueror's Haki. Similarly, in the case of the Gomu Gomu no Mi fruit, if it gets the Conqueror's Haki, the right amount of Conqueror's Haki, eventually one day it is going to evolve into its true state. Now the world government is fearful of it, that's why they try to hide the name of this fruit using only its unevolved state. This theory is in fact going to answer a lot of the plot points or plot holes which might come up if it is eventually revealed that Gomu Gomu no Mi is a very special devil fruit. The best plausible answer here is that the unevolved state of this fruit is not something that important. It doesn't really hold that much importance for the world government. That's why they didn't really bother about it that much, specifically when Luffy was using it. But now when they are seeing that Luffy is actually going head to head with none other than the Yonkos and unleashing the true potential of the King's Haki, the Conqueror's Haki, they are now scared that this fruit might eventually evolve to its true state. What if it evolves to the Myo form? The Hito Hito no Mi Vidyaraj or Hito Hito no Mi Myo. That would be a really exquisite explanation for all of the things which have been happening in the last 20 chapters or so. Now granted, this is still a huge theory. There's no 100% confirmation that okay, this is the thing which is actually happening here. I in fact have a lot of different theories in this particular regard as well, some involving Tama and some others involving the Joyboy in itself, but still this is something which I feel very confident about and I feel really good about making this particular theory as well. So what do you guys think about all of these things? Please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please do share this video with your friends as well, because I would love to know the opinion of other people as well. I would love people to in fact react to this video just to showcase their own opinion about it as well. So this is it for today guys, thank you so much for watching. This is WonderWyzy, I'll see you all on the next one. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel in the meantime to get up to date with all my latest content. See you all on the next one.